Hi friend, this is Anil Kumar and this is the day 3 of BB.NET crash course. As we learned on day 1 and day 2 the concept of .NET, what the .NET is and what the feature and what advantage .NET is having on the software development industry. So in the continuation of that, today we'll talk about the day 3 and we'll move ahead on the BB.NET. And the topic for day 3 is the BB.NET environment setup. So in this chapter we will talk about what all environment we have, the development environment we have on BB.NET and how to use it. So we already went through the .NET framework, and the BB.NET is one of the development tool under the .NET framework, and let's talk about what all things we can do under the .NET framework when we use BB.NET as a development tool. So in the .NET framework we can write up three type of application. One is the Windows application, another is web application, and the web services. So Windows application is the traditional application as we were developing earlier in the BB 6 or 8, a very form-based Windows application. A web application can also be written using the BB.NET. The BB script will be used as the client-side dynamic code, and web services is the web service to be developed to integrate with any other platform application. You can make a client server application using web services. You can build the web service server part, you can build the web service client part, and you can interact between two machines, between two systems, between two hubs using this. So web services and Windows application are two key important pieces under that. Even web application also, but that we'll discuss later on when we move on into that course. So apart from BB.NET, as we have talked earlier also, the .NET framework application, a multi-platform application. The framework has been designed in such a way that it can use from any following language: Visual Basic, C#, C++, JavaScript, COBOL, etc. All these languages can access the framework as well as communicate with each other. And .NET framework consists of various libraries, code, client languages like VB.NET. The language use object-oriented methodology. The following are the common component of .NET. This I believe we have already discussed in the previous chapter. The common language runtime, .NET framework class library, common language specification, common type system, metadata assemblies, Windows form, ASP.NET, ASP.NET, Ajax, ADO.NET. So common library, common language runtime is the environment where is the feature of the .NET which makes .NET based application to run to any other platform. .NET framework has various class libraries which we can use in any of the tool to write our application. Common language specification is the supporting tool for CLR, and it makes the same feature to this. Common type systems, so these all the objects we use into the .NET framework which can be used to any other tools which is there into the .NET, like BB.NET, ASP.NET. So one type you have used in BB.NET can also be used into the ASP.NET or C#, like that. Metadata assemblies. Metadata and assemblies are the metadata of the application, like version and all those things you can control into this. Windows form is the application based form where you can add the objects like button, text box, labels. ASP.NET is the web-based web application tool. Using ASP.NET you can build the web pages, and Ajax will be to make more effective from the visual perspective. Any web page you develop, you want to give some effective visualization of that web page, some cosmetic changes you can add using the Ajax. ADO.NET is the tool for database connectivity. ADO stands for Active Data Object, Database Object. Some of the new thing is there. The link is the inbuilt feature within the .NET to have the inline queries written into the code itself, rather than you are going to the database and writing up the query and bringing the data in your application. But using the link, there is a feature you can write a SQL kind of thing directly into the application without using any database. That we'll talk later when we move ahead into this course. Now we are coming to the integrated development environment, the IDE for VB.NET. So in our course we'll be working on, so there is three development environment. One is Visual Studio 2007, which has the enterprise and standard edition. We'll be working on this Visual Basic 2017 Express edition and Visual Web Developers. These two editions of IDE is the free. However, if this one is the licensed one, you need to buy a license from Microsoft to have this one. So we are using this one because this is a free version and it is as good as the actual version of Visual Studio. We can have all the features to build our program, to build our applications. Here we talk about that how VB.NET can be run on the Linux and the Unix. So the .NET framework runs on Windows operating system. There are some alternate versions that works on operating system. Mono is an open source version of the .NET framework, which include the Visual Basic compiler. Over the most recent version VB 2012. I think this we need to change it. 70. Okay. And similarly, the stated process Mono is not only able to run on Microsoft.NET application cross-platform, but also bring better development tools on Linux developers. Mono can be run on any operating system, including Android, BSD, iOS, Linux, OS, Windows, Solid, and Linux. Alright. So this is the day 3 of this course. From this course onward, we'll be walking through the environment also. So let's open the Visual Studio environment and try to write up one basic application, a form-based Windows application using a Windows form. So if you have Windows 10 and you have the Visual Studio 2017 installed, you can write here Visual, and you can see the Visual Studio 2016 is popping up as a desktop app. If it is not installed on your laptop, it won't be visible here. So let's click here. So before starting day 3, make sure you have Visual Studio 2017 installed on your laptop and it is configured properly. You may have to use your Outlook account, a Microsoft account to activate it. If you don't have account, you can create one using that tool. Using this Visual, it will give you an option to create a new ID or the new account on the Microsoft Outlook.com. Now we have the Visual Studio open. You can see here, and we'll create a new project by clicking this option, create new project. Under that you can see the all languages are coming, what all install you have. Visual C has Visual Basic, Visual C++, Visual SQL Server, Azure Data Lake, JavaScript, Azure Python, TypeScript. Here we are working, we are learning the Visual Basic .NET, so we'll click on this Visual Basic, and then we will you can see the right hand side you are getting all set of applications which you can build using Visual Basic .NET. So here we are talking about Windows form based application. A Windows application can be developed using this, and if you wanted to write a web application you can select this one. So we'll click Windows form based application. You can give any name of your project. So I'm setting up my first project, okay, and you can change the location as per your wish. I'm keeping the default location, not changing it, but you can change it as per your requirement. You can also change the .NET framework you are using. If you have a different version of it, you can change it to that version. So I'm keeping is that it is default is 4.6.1 because it is bundled with the Visual Studio, so I'm not touching it. However, if you have any other version you can change it. Now project is getting created. So once this project is created, you can see one default form is visible here, and it has plain form, there is nothing there, and these all are the objects of this form. So form1.bb is the main object of it, and it has one form1 class, and then we have some reference libraries to it from where all these things are getting created. So we'll come back to the form.bb and we'll add one button here. You can go to the toolbox and you can select all these toolboxes which can be used building the Windows form based application. Now I'm adding one button here. I'll select that and drag it to the form. You can see one button is created. You can rename the button. I'm renaming it to my click. Okay. Now double click to go to this coding part, and here you can write dot, so this will display one message, hello. Now click on start and test your application. It will compile and also execute your application. Here we go, the form has popped up, and once I click you can see this message box is coming, hello. Okay, now we'll close the form and come back. So you can see this button click event has popped you the message hello. So this is the first application on the Visual Studio environment we created. So this is we have in VB.NET crash course day 3. In day 4 we'll move ahead when we learn some more things about the bb.net. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching this video and subscribe my YouTube channel.